Hey, bourbon fans, friends, Deck Night on the Rocks. Welcome back to another episode of The Deck. Not on the deck tonight. Today we're doing a little bourbon hunting at the Evergreen store in Louisville, Kentucky. This one's a little old. This is when we did our store pick for the Old Forester with our good friend and member Nate Roberts, who makes an appearance in this video. We're just hitting real quick, had a couple sips and things while we're here, and we're going to run through and see what they got. Like I said, this is a few weeks old, so obviously don't go to the store tomorrow looking to see if you can get this stuff, because who knows what's on their shelves as of today. But this is what they had back a few weeks back, so sit back and enjoy and see what was available at the store at that time. All right, guys, thanks for watching. All right, we're going to start out here with a couple of their store picks, and this is up front by the door. It's got some special stuff. This is National Barrel and the Green River Single Barrel. It's pretty good. The old Louisville stuff, we tried that one that day. I liked it. It was all right. As always, I'm moving a little quick. I didn't do slow motion. There's a store apparel, foolproof 1792 people like. We ended up getting that smoke wagon right there. But we haven't opened it yet, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, guys all know that I'm intrigued by that smoke wagon stuff. Anyway, let's take a second look at that Augusta Buckner stuff. Now, this is a new distillery that's opened in 2018, and up until recently, they've been sourcing their juice, but they've started distilling recently. The only thing is all their stuff is 8-year and older, and they really had a lot of good reviews on their 10-year and their 17-year. But obviously that is still sourced because they've only been open since 2018. So I'm imagining their own distilled stuff will be coming out soon. Obviously they want to hit that 8-year. Augusta, Kentucky minimum on their stuff. So all of their bottles are single barrels to this point. So I guess that's a pretty big deal. A lot of people like the single barrel stuff, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I've been hearing a lot of good things about Augusta Buckner. Everybody that I've talked to about it, so they really like it. I haven't tried it yet, so you guys should give it a shot. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. All right, here we go. Back at it with some more store picks. The Pursuit United. Here is a tequila finished in, I think, a Buffalo Trace. This Walton's Barrel Proof is a hit for Nate. There's Sazerac Rye Gross, some Nulu store picks, Monk's Road, Buzzard Roost. A lot of people are giving me shit that I don't like it. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it, but I've been there and experienced it, and I did not care for it. Rebel Cash Strength, never had it. Gave one away. Heard it was all right. Starlight, let's pause on. So the Starlight distillery was started by the Humor family back in 2000. 2004, they started hitting the bottles, hit the shelf. In 01 to 13, they mostly made ports and brandies. In 13, some law, and I guess they're in Indiana, so some law started allowing them to make grain spirits, and they started making their own bourbon at that time. Check out their website for a lot more information on those guys. And I've heard a lot of good things about Starlight. And I haven't had one yet, but I have not heard anything bad. So check them out. If you've had it, comment below. Let us know what you think. All right, back to full speed. Here we go. Jefferson's Ocean's gross. I don't like it. Nothing's ever had about it was good, and I haven't anybody convince me. So someone's going to have to really prove it to me. New Riff Single Barrel. That is some amazing stuff. If you guys haven't had it, you need to try it. Bullet. It's all right. It's worth the value. And here's a Maker's Mark store pick. I'm looking at it to see what the stave profile is compared to the one that we have in my head, because the one we made was effing amazing. And if y'all want one, I can still get them. Contact me at decknightotr@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can get you sent one over to you. $85 plus shipping. Amy and I recently did a review on our store pick that we did with Nate, and if you want to check that out, click on this tab right up here. And here's some Green River. It's very popular amongst the people. Amy doesn't like it. I do. So y'all give it a try and let us know what you think. Here's some RD1. Let's give it a quick pause. This damn software keeps cutting my words off right at the last second whenever I pause my voiceover. So I'm going to do better about that. But anyway, here we got the first RD1. Their website claims that they are the first federally registered distillery ever. But that was in 1865. It doesn't make sense to me, but who knows. They were the Ashland Distillery, who was bought out by William Tarr and renamed that at the time. They were closed during Prohibition and reopened under the RD1 name in 2020. Check out their website for more information about them. If y'all ever had it, comment below. I have never had it, and I've heard it. It's really good. So let us know what y'all think. So here's some James D. Pepper that Amy and I had done a video on recently. We weren't a fan, but a lot of people giving us crap on it too because they thought it was great. And there's a Bardstown White Label. Someone told me I need to try, but it's a Willow Juice, and I'm just afraid to try it. All right, here we go with their behind the glass stuff.
Hey YouTube watchers, if you're watching this channel, that means you like bourbon, or you like us, or you don't like us and you're watching. But whatever reasons why you're watching, there's a way you can keep watching.
Like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe, and share.
So whenever you guys hit the bell, that'll give you notifications for whenever we post a video. And the important thing that it does is let you know when we're doing a live stream. We always give away bottles of bourbon. If you're looking for bottles, we try to give away some that's not always the easiest to get. You never know, but we always try to give something away. Hit that bell, make sure you get those notifications so you don't miss out on anything we're doing. Make sure you share and comment. Share and comment are the most important things. Like, subscribe. We really appreciate all you guys. We hope to see you around again.
Join us on our live stream coming up soon.
Keep sipping. See you next time.
So I'm going to hit the slow motion so we don't miss anything good. There's Angel Ale single barrel. I haven't heard good things about it unless you don't like Angel Ale. Some people just hate it. Booker's hit or miss with me on anything. I haven't had a new one in a while. The Heart series, if you guys haven't had it, that is really good. If you finally get one. Shanks, I'm not a big fan of it. You know, it's not as up to the hype to me. Larceny Barrel Proof, last one I had was really good. Old Ezra, I never had that Lux Row product. Now here is some 2XO that we have heard the Gem is good, the Keel is good, and we've had the Tribute and we really enjoyed it. Everything with 2XO we've really liked so far. Bardstown, there's just so many different expressions for me to get into, so I kind of stay away from it. What I had has been good. The Old Louisville we tried that day, there was pretty good. There's some more Starlight stuff, guys. I've heard a lot of good things about Starlight, so we should go find it and give us a try. Here's some Mr. and Mrs. So let's pause for a few seconds to find out some stuff about them. So Mr. and Mrs. was founded by former Louisville Cardinal basketball player Russ Smith and his co-founder CeCe Lindsay. They have a partnership with other Kentucky distilleries, I guess, where they're sourcing from, and all their stuff is from Kentucky. They've been around since 2019, and besides that, I don't know anything about them. He played some time in the NBA, and he played a lot in Europe, China, and Iran. And I don't know anything about them, but I have seen them around. They did a store pick for the University of Tennessee club. I haven't heard anything. If you guys have had it, let me know what y'all think. They have been popping up. I've been seeing it a lot lately in Knoxville area, so it must have some type of following. So y'all had it, let me know. Comment below. So the Lucky 7 here, I've never had, and I keep wanting to do it, but now that we've been so much more into the bourbon world and trying different things and stuff, I just keep forgetting about it. It just seems like there's so many more intriguing and better things that I've never heard of and never tried, and I always just turn my nose to it. And I'm not really turning my nose to it, I just haven't had it, and I just keep picking other things. So if you guys ever had Lucky 7, comment below and let me know what you think about that one. We're just going to ignore that little dick down there and just move on. So I'm going to hit the slow-mo from here on out. I'm going to see if I can turn this 10-minute video into a 40-minute video. This Evergreen is a really nice store. It's got a lot of options and stuff. It deserves a little bit more time than me rushing through it. I thought I was moving slow, but as you guys have seen before, I'm not slow. So I'm going to have to hit the slow motion. Jefferson stuff, you guys know how I feel about it. I just commented earlier, it's gross. I haven't liked it. Frank August, we just got us a single barrel. I'm looking forward to it, and we haven't opened it yet, so but I've heard good things. Buzzer Drew's commented on it already. And here's one that everybody's been getting around to is this Prideful Goat. So I'm going to pause it here and talk about Prideful Goat and this Mary Dowling. All right, this Prideful Goat is a bourbon that has been created by a podcaster. The host of Bourbon Real Talk, Randall Sullivan, created this, and a lot of my bourbon buddies around here have talked a lot of great things about it. I've never tried it, and I should, but I haven't yet, and I need to get into her. So next time I have it in front of me, I'm going to try it. Also, here's this Mary Dowling. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it before, and this video is the first time, so I looked it up. In collaboration with Castle Brands, they're trying to expand a distribution and tell the story of Mary Dowling, a distiller pre-Prohibition, who had a lot of legal battles and rumors of corruption and mysteriously lost her bourbon distillery during Prohibition. She was an Irish Catholic, and that, obviously back then, a female Irish Catholic in the distilling world probably didn't go over very well. She moved it to Mexico to avoid Prohibition, but something went on and ended up losing it. I don't know any more details about it. Check out their website and see if you can get more into it, or give it a goog. Find out more about her. Haven't tried it. If you guys ever had Mary Dowling, let me know. You can educate me on if it's any good or not. All right, moving forward. Here we go with some Rabbit Hole, the Derringer, and the Cave Hill. Amy and I had an experience at their location there in Louisville last year, and we ended up getting tore up. This stuff's really good. I really enjoy it. You guys should give it a try if you haven't had it. There's some Penelope, and we owned one bottle and ended up giving it away. I've heard that the Architect is really good, and the Valencia is absolutely amazing. The toasted stuff is good. So we really need to get a breakdown and give it a shot. We probably are missing out on something, so I've never heard anything bad. Here's some 2XO American Oak and French Oak. Amy and I just did a video on it, so you guys check it out. I'll tag it right up here. But we really enjoyed it. They're both really good, especially for a $49 bottle. You can't go wrong with these guys. They're pretty good. All right, here we go with some Calumet. We had a tasting with them about a year ago, and we weren't a big fan. So if you guys like it, good for you, but we are not a fan. Never had the Pinhook. Commented earlier on the James Pepper Canter. That's the only James Pepper we've had, and we weren't really a big fan. I think we're more indifferent. I think Amy liked it more than I did, but we did a video on it also. Here's a Henry McKenna 10-year, which about a year ago was allocated. Now you can buy it on any shelf, which is showing you that Heaven Hill is picking up their production. Evan Williams single barrel, we've got one. I haven't opened it yet, but I've heard great stuff about it. Same thing about this Heaven Hill bottle and bond. About a year and a half ago, this sucker was hard to find, but now it's showing up everywhere. And again, Heaven Hill's picking it up. The Bernheim, owned by Heaven Hill, the Kentucky #1 DSP number. I didn't like it when I had it. Sorry. Here is the Rowan's Creek and Nose Mill is Willet product. I don't know. Pure Kentucky, never had it, but one of my bourbon drinking buddies says it's really good, so he's going to share it with me next Friday. I never had the Kentucky Vintage or the Johnny Dram, and you guys see what's coming up right here. It's the Willet Pots. It's gross. I've had someone tell me I need to try it again because they're doing it differently or something. I don't know. But I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to have to give it a shot, but I'm going to make sure it's way past whatever it was they were doing before I try it again, because whatever I had before was absolutely disgusting. There's the old 13th Colony, just the basic bourbon, and I believe that's the rye. I'm not sure. This isn't the rye section, so I don't know if it is or not, but 13th Colony is all right. They have they're double oaked, and their 15th anniversary are really hard to get, and they have a big following, and people are chasing it. It's okay. I don't think it's that great. Smoke Wagon, all their stuff is really intriguing to me. I just like the distillery. I like the bottles. It's cool. I think it's hit or miss for a lot of other people, but I like it. So moving on here to some High West. Don't know anything about High West. It's I've had a couple of them and they're all right. I just don't chase it. This is a Blade and Bow. Not a fan. Don't like Blade and Bow. You guys watch us, you know that we don't care for it. And we've had a couple bottles and I think we've given up on it. Copper Kings. Comment below. Tell me what y'all think. I don't know anything about it. This Evergreen place has a lot of stuff. So it's beyond my knowledge and ability of stuff. So if anybody knows things about stuff, you see it, comment below. Let us know what you think. Here's some Moonlight Mayhem. Never heard of that. Don't know what that is. Okay, I heard a lot of good things. Haven't had it yet. I'll get to it one day. Angel's Envy, finished rye. We have officially moved into the rye section. That means we're at the end of the aisle. So, guys, who's a rye fan? Who's not a rye fan? You know, I think I started this. I wasn't a big rye fan. I didn't like them very much, but I've moved on. I've decided that ryes are really good. I like the burn that ryes give without firing me up too much, I guess. Every rye that I've had, I've been quite happy with for the most part that we keep. I've moved on to being a big time rye fan. Now, here's some Buzzard's Roost, and there's some people that are really getting on me hard about how much I do not like Buzzard's Roost. And I guess we need to give them another shot because when Amy and I went to their Whiskey Row shop, the place was cool, the people were really nice, but their mixed drinks were good. But man, their straight whiskey, bourbons, ryes, everything was horrible. That's been about 2 years ago, so maybe we need to give it another shot and see what they've changed up and adjusted, because a lot of the people around here just swear by Buzzard's Roost that it's one of the best damn things they've ever had. And I 100% disagree. I think it's one of the worst I've ever had. So I guess I'm going to have to try it again. Comment below. Tell me what y'all think about Buzzard's Roost as we go past a bunch of other ryes and moving back into the whiskeys. So if there was any there that I did not comment on and you guys feel like needed to be addressed, comment below and we can talk about it in the comments. Okay, here's a Colorado bourbon, Old Elk. I like Old Elk. We haven't had a new one in a while. They're kind of pricey. They're close to $100 a bottle, and I just haven't ever got one again. But I really did enjoy what we had. Talked about the Hazel Baker in the last of the Justin's Bourbon Hunt, so go back and look at that. It's a new expression. I forget what distillery they're from. Yellowstone, we have a bottle that Gary, one of our great members, gave us. We still haven't opened it yet. We need to get to it. Jephthah Creed, we've had one of their bottles. We still have it, and we are nursing it because we have not enjoyed it. We really like what we've seen from them. Their bottles are cool, and we don't want to give up on them yet, so we're going to give them another shot. And here we go with some Bullet. Guys, Bullet's a good mixer. If y'all are into whiskey and you're watching this video and you're 15 minutes into it, I'm sure you've had Bullet before. So I guess we don't need to talk about it too much. But everything we've had, even the 10-year or the private barrels or any of that stuff, has not been anything to brag about. They're not horrible. They're just not great. Look at that little jersey on that Maker's Mark bottle. We got one. I wonder, with Amy, we've acquired one of those things. Don't know how that happened. It just showed up at the house. Maker's Mark, guys. For those of you who watch us, you know we have our Maker's Mark pick that we did with Nate Roberts, one of our other members from the Campbell Station Wine and Spirits, and it's amazing. It's the best Makers I've ever had. I don't hate Makers, but I'm not a big fan of the wheated bourbons, and that one that we made is awesome. It's great. If you guys want a bottle, email me at decknightotr@gmail.com and we can work out getting one for you. All right, Woodford Reserve, guys. Not a big fan of Woodford's, just standard selections. I used to like it when I was before I got this bourbon journey, but now that I've gotten into bourbon a lot more, their stuff, the standard stuff, isn't good to me. The double oaked is awesome, and their Master Select or Master's Distiller Select, whatever they call it, is really good. I like the ones that I've had, but the basic bourbon, bleh. Now a lot of people don't like Angel's Envy, and I do. I guess I'm just different from everybody else, but I don't mind Angel's Envy. I like their standard stuff. I like their rye. I haven't had any of their special stuff because it's for just a bottle on the shelf, $100 to $150 a bottle. It just isn't something that I'm willing to spend on what they've had. I might try one if I can get a chance, but at a bar or if someone has a bottle, but I just haven't spent money on it yet. Heaven's Door, what I've had I don't like. We gave away a 10-year and I was told it was good, but not a big fan of Heaven's Door. Any celebrity bourbon and whiskey I've yet to find being any good. Basil Hayden, it's great for 80 proof, and it's a little priced high, but it's Jim Beam stuff, and you guys know I hate Jim Beam, but I really like that for 80 proof. Knob Creek, guys, love it. The single barrel selects, the 12-year. I think 12 years is the best. I don't care for the 15, and I don't really care for the 18. But Knob Creek, just a standard off the shelf for the price, is really good. It's probably the best Jim Beam product I've ever had. Bardstown, you guys know that I like what I've had, but there's just way too many expressions and batches. Just avoid it, especially since it gets pretty expensive. Now there's a rare breed, guys, and the Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. You know that's our favorites. So if anybody wants to drink what Homer and Amy drink and what we like and what's our favorite, that's it. Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit and rare breed. And I was talking about celebrity bourbon, that Long Branch, which Matthew McConaughey is no longer tied to. I thought that was the best celebrity bourbon made, but then again, I'm partial to Wild Turkey. Here's the Horse Soldier stuff. Now, a lot of people say that those labels are stamped out of metal from 9/11 from the World Trade Center. It's not. Those labels are metal that have been stamped out of a mold that was built from 9/11. That's where that people get that confused. Four Roses, love it. Great stuff. You guys should try it if you haven't. I'm sure everybody's tried it. Again, if you're 18 minutes in this video, you've probably tried Four Roses, and you know what's great about it and what's not. Same with Michter's. Standard stuff you can get every day on the shelf. There's one of the hardest, probably the most allocated bourbon in the world that I've ever noticed, even more than Buffalo Trace. Castle and Key, a lot of people hate it. I don't dislike it. As I've moved on, it's become lower and lower on my like stuff. Bottle's cool. Obviously, the the Colonel Taylor Distillery is a cool place, so you should check that out. If you're ever in Kentucky, go play. That's a good place to go. RD1, haven't had it. I need to. Gonna get to that one day. The small batch, 1792. 1792 is good stuff. It's good stuff from Barton Distillery, who's owned by Sazerac, Buffalo Trace people. Completely different juice from Buffalo Trace, but they're a big sourcer. People buy from them a lot, and I like 1792, everything I've had. Elijah Craig, guys, this is just a small batch, but I love it. It's Heaven Hill product. Again, 19 minutes in this video, you've probably all had Elijah Craig. It's good stuff. It's really good, especially the higher end, little more allocated stuff, which is becoming unallocated. Larceny, not a fan. Sweeted bourbon. Amy and I both don't care for it. We don't mind the barrel proof, but the regular yellow label, we don't care for very much. We need to try it again, though. It's been a while. Wild Turkey 101, good standard, $29, $39 bottle. Everybody should have it. Here's the Whiskey Row series. Notice there's no 1924 because it's allocated really hard to get. But for the price, the 20 and the 10 are a better value, I think, than the 24. Oh boy, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof bourbon. It was so hard to get at one time, and now it's everywhere. But it's really good. It's great. It's worth the price. The single barrel select, it's not the barrel proof, but it's also okay. Now the Gentleman Jack, any other Jack Daniels, basically if it doesn't come in a squat bottle that the single barrels come in, I don't think they're good. Now I haven't had the bonded, and I haven't had the other ones that are like this bottle here next to Gentleman Jack and next to the old number 7. I've just heard that the only reason why people think they're all right is because of the value. The price isn't that high, and they're better than some other whiskeys. And the Sinatra, it's not good. So anything that doesn't come in a squat bottle and it comes from Jack Daniels, it's not worth having. To me, looks like we're in a Tennessee whiskey side right here for a second. All those are from Tennessee. Uncle Nearest, haven't had it, but I've heard good, I've heard bad. Travelers, guys, it's one of the worst whiskeys ever made, and I imagine when they are out of what they've made, they will probably never make it again. And that's just my guessing because it just sucks, and I haven't heard anybody say they like it. And I cannot believe Chris Stapleton's tied his name to that. And if he actually tasted it, then he doesn't know what good whiskey tastes like. No offense to anybody who likes it, just my opinion. Blacken, I haven't liked what I've had. Dickel, yuck, dill. Gotta have that dill. I don't know how that place is still in business. Again, it's just like the Traveler. I haven't heard anybody say they like it. I don't like it. And nobody, please comment below, say, I like Dickel. But you gotta say it like this. I like the dick. Back into the rye, Restoration Rye. We had a mixed drink from them with that. It was pretty good, but I've never had it straight. I don't know. Peerless Rye, probably good. I like Peerless. Rare Breed Rye, it is great. Victor's Rye, it's good, especially the 10-year was really good. Haven't had a Basil Hayden Rye, so I imagine it's probably like the bourbon, 80 proof. Going down. Sazerac Rye, again, gross. It's probably one of the worst ryes I've ever had. It probably is the worst rye I've ever had. That Old Forester Rye is good. The Elijah Craig Rye is good. Haven't had this Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels single barrel proof bourbon rye is awesome, and I can't believe it's sitting on the shelf for $79. I saw a liquor store trying to sell it like 2 years ago for $300, and it's damn near on every shelf. Knob Creek Burr Rye. I haven't tried it yet. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Walthans. I don't think that's rye. We're back in the whiskey. I've had Walthans, California bourbon company. I don't actually know where it's sourced from or made, but it's okay. Oak and Eden. The one that I've had from Oak and Eden is really good, but it's just not like that. I don't know. It's not intriguing. I don't want to grab it. I had the Oak Inspire, and it was really, really good. But there's just so many different expressions. They've done so many things. It just makes me walk away from it because I don't want to sit here and take the time to try them all. Here comes some cock. People like to name their whiskeys after Dick. Chicken cock. Never had it. Can be expensive. Comment below. What do you think of this cock? All right. What do we have here? Something else I've never heard of. Why am I pausing? I guess because I want to talk about cock because it's funny. Dudes and wieners and farts and stuff. It's funny, and they should make a bourbon called Fart and make people laugh. It'd be funny like cock, chicken cock. All right, jumping into the Evan Williams. Just the black label stuff, just like Jack Daniels, not good. Evan Williams bottled in bonds, pretty decent bottle, especially for the $29 to $39 price. I've had it and I enjoy it. Amy doesn't like it, but it is what it is for the price, and it's not too bad to turn your nose up to. 1783, never had it. Anybody comment below about that one? Tell me what you think. Here's one of the better brands of cheap whiskey, Cooper's Craft, and then there's a Cooper's 100. I don't think that's the 100, but it's really good. It's probably the best cheap whiskey I've ever had. Old Forester stuff, I like it. Anything Old Forester does for me so far is pretty good, just different levels of good. So if you haven't had this one, you should give it a shot. There's the 100 proof, the orange tag, and it's really good. We have a bottle. I enjoy it. All right, moving into the Jim Beam. There's that Winter Reserve, I think is what it's called. I've heard a lot of great things, guys. I bought it and tried it and immediately gave it away. So I don't like it, and I don't like this Jim Beam white label. I don't like the Jim Beam black label 7-year or any other Jim Beam that I've had. The Jim Beam Double Oaked, don't like it. Guys, I don't think you need to be convinced from me on how much I don't like Jim Beam. If you've been around and watched our videos, you know this. Old Tub, same thing, don't like it. Old Granddad is alright for the price. Not going to go wrong to spend $19 for that bottle. It's pretty decent. The 114 is also the same. It's a little bit more and it's better. It's pretty good. The Rebel, I'm not a big fan of. It's a wheated bourbon, so again, I don't care for it. The Green River, I really enjoy Green River's products. Amy does not. I think it's definitely worth the value and the price. It's good stuff. Here we go with the Four Roses, what I like to call plastic bottles. They're cheaper stuff I never had, so I've heard nothing good. So you never gotta make your own opinion. Wilderness Trail, I love it. That's the wheated bourbon, so it's not my favorite. Monk's Road, Amy and I've had one of it one time and was not impressed. So if you guys like it, comment below. Let us know why we should give it a second shot. Here's some Town Branch. Amy and I've had that before and we did not like it. I've had a couple different ones. We went through a whole bottle, didn't enjoy it. Starlight, comment below, give us some information on. We've never had it. Let us know what you think. Here's Benchmark. This is the bottom shelf Buffalo Trace product, which is just bottom shelf in price because, to be honest with you, it's pretty good stuff. Some people claim the foolproof is the Stag Junior, and others match other of the Buffalo Trace expressions, and I couldn't tell you which is which. So buy it, try it, give us your opinion, let us know what you think, see if you can match any of these particular expressions from Benchmark that matches any of the other Buffalo Trace products. Alright guys, we have now jumped into the bottom shelf Heaven Hill products, and let me know if you've ever had any of those, if you like them or not. There's some Bowman, which is a Buffalo Trace juice, and then a Barton, bottom, very old Barton, again, bottom shelf stuff, guys. Let us know if you've ever had it and what you think, and if we should try this plastic bottle shit. Now, there's Ancient Age 90, we've had Ancient Age, there's JTS Brown, we've had it, most of the stuff we don't care for. Heard some good stuff about the Dant, Mellow Corn I heard is gross, and then Old Fitzgerald, the plastic bottle, just plastic bottle early times. This is that bottom shelf shit that some of you told me that I just don't even waste my time with. That's why I turned the speed back up, and I've already noticed that I'm just going to turn the camera down that way. There's the end of the aisle, there's some ryes, bullet ryes and things. Bourbon fans, you guys are ever in Louisville, the Evergreen store is a really good store. This is their whole selection of bourbons and ryes. There's some other things we're about to get into that are in a different section, but you guys got definitely try the store out if you're in town. It's not far off Whiskey Row. It's a really good place, a really good selection, really good prices, and they have a great bar that you can try a lot of the great things you've probably never tried before, even some of the really hard to find things. And here we go, about to try some King of Kentucky at their awesome bar.
So what is this?
King of Kentucky.
King of Kentucky.
I am.
Smells delicious.
Yeah, fucking incredible. Yeah.
That's more than a panty dropper.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, babe.
No,
No, I don't think I've had anything better than that.
there's not. There's nothing better than that.
King of Kentucky?
King of Kentucky.
So good. The best.
It's the best.
Delicious.
It's the best.
Creamy. Just wonderful.
Fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Cream of Kentucky. King of Kentucky.
I'm about to cream in Kentucky after that.
That is absolutely fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Say delicious.
See,
No.
you know, you see.